Alright, I'm going to play a couple more matches here. What room should I go to? Let me see. Anyone telling me what room I should be in? I'm trying to see someone with a comment on what room. Okay. I've been told to go to Red Square. Red Square. Not my favourite pattern. I don't think it's really anyone's favourite pattern, but... And then after this, we've got a few Sphinx requests. So that is exactly what I'll do. I'll go with my High Road X. Ooh, High Road X looks nice on the red square. Scott Alderson. Got yourself a match right now, Scott. Let me see what you're made of. Can't believe I lost that last match. It's still in the back of my mind. I gotta let it go. Let it go. It's gone. Alright, it's me and Scott now. Now don't forget, guys, the winners are going to get themselves a Christmas pack. So that's basically everyone, except for Vlad, who pocket 710 to lose. And naturally, if you don't play against me and win, or you would like the Christmas pack, you can go into the pro shop in the game and pick it up for yourself. As you can see, I'm using some Christmassy pins right now, which, you know, I'm not going to really sell these right now because they just are not falling for me at all. Maybe they'll fall for you. Maybe I'm blaming the pins in a digital game. That's what it's come to. It has come to me complaining about not real pins. It's pretty funny. Right, well, red square is brutal. So right now, I will take every Brooklyn strike that I can get. Scott, I'm sure, will say the exact same thing. It is a tough pattern. Flat ratio, 1-to-1, meaning there is as much oil on the left side and the right side of the lane as there is in the middle of the lane. There is zero help. You either execute a good shot or you get 3 off the right. That was a pretty bad break. You should have spared that. It's hard enough as it is, I feel ya. Scott, that's going to miss the head pin. Oh no, it hooked back a little bit. I got lucky. I get my physics out because I trust it. I trusted it. I no longer trust that ball sparing across the lane anymore. I mean, come on. That was so close too. Just not enough room. That's how it works. That's bowling. If you don't knock them over, and you don't get the spares. Yeah, good break. He'll take it. I promise you. Alright, let me see if I can... Oh, that's going to go Mr. Epic left. I think I can spare this okay. This one should be just... Oh, I just skated on the oil too much. See how... I'm trying to play it a little straighter, but I think I'm using the wrong ball. The High Road X is certainly a very responsive ball. It wants to hook. So if I have a lot of side rotation, it does become a little bit harder to control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down to 30 degrees. I'm going to move a little further right with my axis rotation, and I'm going to try and play this just a little bit more up the lane. It still hooked a lot more than I thought. But when I get my hand behind the ball... Oh, Jason. When I get my hand behind the ball a little more, it tends to want to roll a little sooner as well. So when you can get the ball rolling a little sooner, it blends the end of the pattern out a little bit. Now, if you're accurate and you get that ball rolling end over end a little more, it does become a little bit more consistent down the lane. Scott has somehow magically found a turkey, and that's got to hook a lot. So even though that got to that really dry board, you can see that it didn't want to... Oh, come on. I made my move. This is brutal. Brutal. I think the Hybrid X is probably still the wrong ball. It's way too clean on something that's so difficult. I probably should be using the physics, to be honest. Scott's got another strike. He's found a little line out there, doesn't he? All right, so let's use the physics. We'll turn this one down. We can increase our tilt just a little bit to kind of counteract that a little bit. I don't know what I was on. There we go. Now a stronger ball with a bit more forward roll should be a little bit more blended. It is. That rolled a lot smoother down the lane. And it rolls. See how much sooner that rolled? See how much sooner that rolled? So I'm going to lose this match convincingly, but I'm learning. So I don't really lose when I learn. I just gain something new in my knowledge. I mean, it's not mathematically over just yet. That was pretty close. See how much better that was? If I had started the game like that, I might have had a chance. But I don't have any chance now because he's already beaten me mathematically. All right, Scotty. Your little, was it 4-bagger in the middle there? Yeah, little 4-bagger. Worth a treat. So, I mean, just looking at his shots, you can see when it doesn't quite catch that number 1 board, right, that dry board, it just soars in the oil, makes it really difficult. So if I move a little bit more, get it to roll. I think I missed that left. Now, the other good thing about on really difficult oil patterns, if you play a little bit more forward roll, is, oh, that's a terrible shot, and I'm glad to end that game, is typically when you do make your misses in or out, because your ball isn't creating a lot of angle, you can keep, you know, your bad shots a little bit more simpler spares left. You can leave a little simpler spares because your ball isn't creating stupid angles. It's not finding funny ways to go through the pin. It kind of tumbles a little earlier and kind of bleeds. It's a little bit more controlled. So you'll find pretty much all of us guys on tour, when the lanes are really tough, we're going to try and curve it a lot less. And we're going to try and keep our hand behind the ball a little more. And that, again, just comes down to, you know, it's a risk versus reward type experience where you might be able to curve the lane and, you know, strike well when you hit the pocket, but any errors could cause, you know, wild splits. So if you look at any of the old US Open shows, or even the Masters, the USBC Masters, you'll find even if the guys are like deep, we're not really curving the lane a lot. We're kind of throwing it quite straight with just a touch of curve at the end to kind of keep the pocket in play.